Hello guys, Beastie here with another video, and today we're going to go over our week. Uh, we're going to do our week 11 predictions. Today first we have to go over our week 10 predictions. So first we have the Raiders Chargers. I was right, 1-0. Then you have 2-0, but then I went on a little streak. There was a lot of upsets this week. Browns upset the Bills, Titans upset the Chiefs, Dolphins upset the Colts. That's 2-3. Jets upset the Giants. Steelers upset the Rams. So now we're at 2 wins and 5 losses. So tough week. Bears won. I'm 2-6. 3-6, 4-6, another one 4-7. Luckily, I finished out 6-7, predicting the Seahawks and Vikings both getting upset. Tough week this week. I think a lot of actual NFL analysts had a tough week this week, which my predictions are among the best of them right now. I was checking before this week. I was 87, 47, and 1, and I was better than most. I only seen a couple so far that are better than my predictions. So this week I had a bad predictions. Hopefully that doesn't put me too far behind. With my 87, 47, and 1, I am now 87 plus 6, 93. 93 plus 7 plus 7, 4, 54. 93, 54, and 1 is my predictions. Hopefully it improves this week with only 4 teams on a bye week. It's a nice week for the Seahawks to be on a bye week after beating the tough 49ers. Tonight, Steelers, Browns. I'm going to go Baker Mayfield and the Browns. I think they're starting to get their acts finally starting to get a little bit better with a good win over Buffalo. But their offense, I want to see do better. Jaguars, Colts. I want the Colts. Is Jacoby Brissett back this week? I think Jacoby Brissett's back. Either way, I have the Colts, but I think Jacoby's finally coming back this week. You got Buffalo beating Miami. I'm not going to pick Miami, even though Miami is on a hot streak, Buffalo. Do not take that game for granted. First game, the Dolphins gave the Bills some trouble, and the Dolphins have just won 2 in a row. One against the Jets, which was not really that impressive, and then they beat the Colts, even with their third-string quarterback. I think that's still a good win. Texans, Ravens. Ravens might be one of the best teams. This is going to be such a good game. You got Deshaun Watson versus Lamar Jackson, 2 extremely talented young quarterbacks. I'm going to take the Ravens. I think Deshaun Watson's a better quarterback, but I think the Ravens have a better overall roster than the Texans, and I'm going to take the Ravens. Bengals, Raiders. This is no-brainer. Raiders are good, and Bengals are tanking. So you got Chiefs, Chargers. I would, if I don't know what you do if you're the Chargers. Do you try to win it now if you're the Chargers, or are you just trying to lose? They're not going to do that good this season. They're going to miss the playoffs. I'm going to go Chiefs. That should be pretty easy, especially with Mahomes finally getting back in the swing of things off of his injury. Jets, Redskins. Redskins are trying to tank. The Jets should be too. I thought they were after they lost to the Dolphins, and then they went out the next week and beat the Giants, which I went to that game. It was a phenomenal experience going to the Giants-Jets game. I was a little disappointed since it was a Jets home game. Everything at MetLife Stadium was the Jets, even though they share a stadium. Which I wanted to go there and buy like a Daniel Jones jersey, but there wasn't any available. There was only Steelers jerseys available because it was a Jets game. But it was really cool. There was a helicopter. Guys dropped down out of the helicopter and landed onto the field. And the Jets have a fun chant, honestly. It's a really catchy chant. It's Jets, 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 Jets. That's like the main chant, and that they chanted that tons of times. Probably, it might have been over 10 times they chanted that throughout the game. Really catchy chant. A good job. But Jets won, and I'm going to have them winning this week, too. Darnold's better than Haskins. Broncos at Vikings. There's no way the Broncos are going to be able to stop the Vikings' talent. Vikings are very good, and I did not think they were going to be a playoff team this year, and they are proving me wrong this year so far and slamming the playoffs right now. Patriots, Eagles. I'll be very impressed if the Eagles win. I got the Patriots in this one. Saints, Buccaneers. This game, don't take it for granted here. Buccaneers, I think, are the most underrated team in the NFL because not a lot of because I think a lot of teams are overlooking their offense. Buccaneers offense, I think, is a very very solid offense, and they've always been a really high scoring offense. They've always gotten a lot of yards and they've always gotten a lot of points. Their offense on the Buccaneers is very good actually, even under Jameis Winston. That's another reason. I don't know if the Buccaneers necessarily have to go away from Jameis Winston. I think Jameis Winston could still be their franchise quarterback. I have a lot of faith in Jameis Winston. Um, I am going to I'm gonna go with Saints. I think they're gonna rebound. They had a very very tough loss to Atlanta. Was not a good game. I think they're gonna rebound this week and beat the Buccaneers. But that could be a very good game. Don't overlook the Buccaneers. I said they won last week, right? Yeah, okay. Cowboys Lions, very bad week for the Cowboys if they lose. Cowboys need to rebound. So do the Lions, though. Both teams need to rebound. Yeah. Falcons Panthers. Falcons had a really good week. I think Panthers are a better team, though. I'm going Panthers. Cardinals 49ers. 49ers, this is a huge week. This is the week I think we're going to see if the 49ers are legit or not. They're playing a very winnable game, and no matter what, 49ers at a legit team or only a good team, I think they're still going to win this game. But this week, we will see if the 49ers are a Super Bowl contender team. We're going to see how well they rebound. If they beat the Cardinals by... They need to beat them by 10 or by at least two possessions to say that I think, if they're a Super Bowl contender. If that is a one-score game and the Cardinals hold with the 49ers the whole game, especially with the 49ers secondary and going against an air raid rookie quarterback offense on the Cardinals, their defense has to play phenomenal this week, even though their defense is good. I know that. And I think they have to win by, I want to say 14 plus points, but just two scores in general. If they win by 10, I'm still going to say they're a Super Bowl contender. But if it's like a 4-point game or 7-point game, I think we might have to reconsider the 49ers being a Super Bowl contender. Rams, Bears, I don't know. Bears win wasn't impressive. Rams had a very bad game. I don't know what's going on with the Rams. I don't think the Rams are that bad of a team, but they are playing bad this year. I'm going to pick the Rams, but that could be an upset. Bears, this is, I think, a must-win for both teams, for either one of those teams to have a shot to make the playoffs. Because with the Rams winning, Rams are 6-4, Bears are 4-6. And sorry, Bears, if you lose this week, I think there's no shot you're making the playoffs. Even if you win out, the Vikings already have a better record than you, and the Seahawks and 49ers, whoever wins that division, one of them are going to be in the wild card spots. And Vikings are looking really solid. So if you lose, the Vikings take a 4-game advantage, a 4.5. Is it 3.5? I think it's a 3.5 game advantage over the Bears. Might be a 4.5 game advantage over the Bears, and you can't allow that, Bears. You need to stay right up there with the Vikings, and you need to start hoping the Vikings start losing some games. So I think if the Bears lose this, they're kicked out, and pretty much the same for the Rams, because then you have the Rams sitting at 5-5. You'd have the Bears sitting at 5-5. There's too much 5-5 teams to make the playoffs. So I think that's a game everyone should keep an eye on, because those are both. I think they're both two teams that could potentially be in the stretch down the road, the playoff hunt. But I do think whoever loses that game is going to not make the playoffs. There's too much good competition in the NFC. Right now, the picture's looking like the Seahawks, 49ers, Cowboys, Saints, Packers. And I think any of these teams are interchangeable for this last spot. Vikings, Bears still, if their offense gets rolling and they win out, a 10-6 team could do it. Again, you got the Panthers and Rams in the hunt in the AFC. You have the Ravens, Colts, Texans, Patriots, Bills, and Raiders with the Chiefs with the Raiders, and the Titans and the Steelers in the hunt, maybe even the Browns. Hope you all enjoy. See y'all next time. Peace out, y'all.